So, a spectrum of superpowers. So let's go through a few individuals that are on these spectrums and talk about this so that, like I said, it's always great to have sort of an icon of people that you know fixed in your brain, close people that you know that might have this trait. You go like, oh, I know my sister has this, my mom has this. That helps you to really be able to fix this trait in your brain. So we're going to do it with some well-known characters because we don't all have the same sisters and brothers. But let's talk about Ross Geller on the Friends show. So what is Ross? Ross is somebody who is always in the group. He's always kind of sensitive towards everybody else in the group. He's always kind of supportive. He's always trying to do what's right. He's always concerned about what are the rules in his workplace. He's always concerned about like, how's everybody feeling in the group? He's very loyal. He's very kind. He's always bringing people towards each other. He's not sort of the maverick of the group. He's the staid rule follower, and he wants everyone else to kind of follow the rules too. And you can see his compassion for others that's often displayed within how he interacts with the other friends as well. So this is a great character to kind of remember, someone who's high in agreeableness. He'll always chip in because he wants to help other people. So a historical figure. Let's talk about a historical figure. Mahatma Gandhi. He's somebody who's probably high in compassion, definitely. He could feel the pain of the people that he was trying to lead. And so he would often adopt their situations. He didn't put on airs. He didn't try to live above them. He lived with them. And he adopted nonviolent social interactions because he sensed that if I can adopt something where I'm not being aggressive, that they, out of their compassion, will start to do what we want them to do. So he was using his agreeableness and corresponding to other people's agreeableness, calling for other people's agreeableness to really interact with him in his quest for justice and social interaction, which is also a part of compassion that fits in. Trying to get the fairness for everybody within a group is something. So he's very selfless too. So rather than focusing on his own feelings and pain, he focused on the emotional worlds of others and trying to bring goodness and justice to others. And interestingly, that even applied to the people who would so-called be his enemies, the people he was negotiating with. He even had compassion on them. He would win them by his agreeableness, not by his disagreeableness. So all of this he's a great character to kind of think of, who's agreeable in history. Mahatma Gandhi. Okay, another fictional character here for us, going back to Star Wars, is Obi-Wan Kenobi. He's somebody that's always working with people, and you can see he's working with them in a very kind of compassionate and empathetic way. He wants them to kind of explore their own inner worlds. He kind of senses their inner worlds. He's got that sort of mystical feeling of knowing people and understanding people. So he's always trying to foster trust and cooperation and altruism and warmth, and he's always trying to resolve conflicts rather than create more conflict. So that's pretty exemplary of people that are high in agreeableness. You can see their compassion, you can see their rule following, and all of those things that are apparent in the way that this Obi-Wan Kenobi interacted with us in the story of Star Wars. All right. So the spectrum of superpowers also has strengths and weaknesses. If you know agreeable people, they're always tactful, they always get along, they're always helpful, they've got all these great traits. But the problem is they sometimes have some weaknesses too. Now their weaknesses, sometimes they stay inside the box because they're afraid, like, what if we go outside of this box? Is this going to help us? What's going on here? They allow others to sometimes take advantage of them because, they're such rule followers that they want to make sure that they're doing everything correctly. They oftentimes get compassion fatigue. They can give so much. And this is what you need to be careful as a leader. You can rely on them so heavily because they'll just keep doing what you ask them to do to their own demise, so they'll tire themselves out trying to please you or trying to please the group or trying to please the leader. These are the people in the group that do so much that you actually have to kind of watch out for them, not to take advantage of them. Like, remind them to take care of themselves as much as they take care of others. So that's kind of the strengths and weaknesses of this particular superpower.